If I was going to compare Mechamaru to anybody, it would be a robot from, sorry, I'm forgetting everyone's names. Invincible. Especially given the arc. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta. We're back with Jujutsu Kaisen, and we're doing the final recording for today. I believe we're on episode 6. Yep, we did 4, 5, and 6 today. Or we'll have done 6. Are doing 6 currently. So I'm also noticing that my camera is right here, but my eyes are looking at myself, which is why I seem to be looking side angle to me. Just a layout problem, not worthy of bringing up. But yeah, we are back in the modern day. I can tell that by the Where's Waldo of our group here in the picture on the very first 0 second of the episode. By the way, if you can't tell, I don't know why I was about to reach over as though my hand could transverse screens. I could have had a green screen. That would be a really weird setup. A green screen right here, just so I could reach down into the window and point at stuff. Future thought for this layout. But yeah, they're at the very bottom of the center screen. You could tell because of Megumi's miniature spiked hair, and I don't know how to say, our boy's like red ascot. No, I guess it's a hoodie thing. But yeah, it's there. Otherwise, I don't remember if Mechamaru doesn't get into a giant robot fight this episode, then I will have remembered nothing about what happens before we start the Shibuya stuff. That said, I guess I don't really have that much to work on here, so let's just get into the episode and hope that my memory kicks in at some point.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, go watch a movie from your dead friend's movie collection. Yep. Literally the movie you talked about with what's his name.
今回は1作目で登場したマッドサイエンティストリヒター博士が待望の再登場するんだぜ。それで博士の実験で生まれたミミズと人間の融合体強化ミミズ人間が生まれちゃうんだって。なんだそれ気持ち悪い。リヒター博士の元から命からがら逃げたかわいそうなミミズ人間。
The thing about this is that it makes me think of Human Centipede, where the doctor from that one keeps coming back, but I very specifically remember him from sorry, I remember him from Lex. I mean, that doesn't scream love to me, considering the next scene that you'd have to imagine happens in that movie is that those 3 people start killing worm babies, which would actually be horribly emotional. Even though, obviously, if you saw that in a live-action movie, that would be body horror to the extreme. Oh, she does look familiar. It's my boy. He doesn't show up in many episodes.
fushiguro megumi、釘崎野原、そしてマイブラザー虎杖裕二、以上5名を東堂葵、
命名の名のもとに
一級術師に推薦する。2名以上の一級術師から推挙された者は現役の
I mean, old guitar guy has to have a problem with it, mostly on the aspect of I tried to kill him.
そこで適正ありと判断されれば準1級へと昇級し、続いて単独での1級任務へアサインされる。その任務の結果以下によって正式に1級術師になるか否かが決まるわけだ。ブラザーは絶対に推薦を受ける。スクナが協力的でない以上、指との遭遇率を上げるため任務の危険度も上げねばならんからな。これが何
I mean, there's also the element it feels like they're trying to feed him fingers, too.
意味も何もそれが全てじゃないか、ミスター・トード。
By they, I mean the bad guys.
青い未来、つまりは東堂葵と虎杖裕二が共に任務へと立ち向かう青い未来が存在しているということ。
いや、
皆まで言うな。同行する一級術師が俺とは限らない。そう言いたいんだろう。だがこれは
Not supposed to say anything specifically that stops Toto from clapping while playing this.
そう、まさにディスティニー。
いやだから非推薦者が同行するのは推薦者以外の術師だよ。
Oh.
虎杖君を推薦したのは私たちだから、彼が同行するのは私たち以
Kinda
外
like
の術師だよ。
sucked all the energy out of that
お
scene.
疲れ、先に上がるよ、ミスター・トード。
Again, that's my problem, is that I picked Toto as my guy. And he just keeps getting dragged out of every scene he can be in with. And he's a super thick straw. Yeah, no, I knew that before I even started the show. The fact that Toto is based on Zaraki Kenpachi. In fact, I believe I mentioned it in an earlier reaction today. Yeah, no, I mentioned it earlier because I was talking about a death battle. Mahito just having fun on a subway. Anyway, yeah, on a death battle that was literally Kenpachi versus Sukuna, where I was obviously on Kenpachi's side, even though I'm also representing Kenpachi here in this show. Well, look, Toto's my guy. I'm not going to speak ill of Toto, no matter what, even if it's a note that you're giving me about Toto. He's my guy. He barely shows up in episodes anymore. I'm happy with as much Toto as I get. He could have won that game. Maimai just used psychological warfare against him.
これ中学卒業式の時の私です。
え、マジ？半年前でしょ？何がどうしたの？
いや、その時から身長だけ
It's good to be back into non-serious territory.
東京に来て環境の変化のストレスでみるみる。
へえ、佐藤黒子かよ。虎杖じゃん。
卒業式の日、勇気を出して一緒に撮ってもらったんです。本当は連絡先とかも聞きたかったけど、私東京に越すの決まってたし。
My memory is being spiked here. Is she being used by somebody to try and get at Yuji?
優子、それってつまりそういうことね。
はい、そういうことです。
伊地知さん、伏黒まだ乗ってます？お店の URL 送るんで、そこまで引き返してもらっていいですか？あざす、しくよろです。今から私より虎杖に詳しいやつが来るわ。まずはそいつに話を聞きましょう。
もし釘崎さんも虎杖くんのことを。
ない。
Damn, say that doesn't seem like it's
現地で
happening.
ランバダを踊ってもない。なんか今胸がもやっとした。不整脈？
Don't know why. They've never seemed like
虎杖って彼女
couple
いる？
material.
この子小沢優子。実はこの子がカクカクしかじかで。
つまりそういうことか。
ええ、そういうことよ。
彼女はまずいないだろ
う。根拠は？
Ironically, Oda Nobunaga is a character. Sorry, again, this is to chat. You might not see them in the release on YouTube. Oda Nobunaga we were just talking about yesterday during Hajime no Ippo, ironically.
俺の話を聞きたくて呼んだんだよな。いつも飲んでんだよ。
ちなみに好きなタイプとか。
背が高い子が好きって言ってたな。
Tall girls with big butts.
賞賛のり！虎杖を召喚するわ。いいわね、優子。
I mean, I don't actually know what Yuji's type is, but I know that he has the same type as Toto, and that is tall girls, big butts.
そう？
俺、伏黒もいいんじゃん。
早っ。あ、しまった。
何それ？
虎杖に優子のこと言ってない。これだけの変化、絶対誰だかわかんない。
誰？
それは久しぶりに再会した憧れの人に言われたくないセリフナンバーワンなんじゃない？虎杖！この子は
小沢じゃん。何してんの？奇遇。じゃあさ、虎杖はクラスの女子で誰が好き？
See, I'm now remembering this episode, and I don't remember having a problem with anything in it.
強いて言うなら小沢？
I mean, obviously these guys are assholes, but
そう？でもさ、あいつ食い方とか字とかいろいろすげえ綺麗なんだよ。
you know, handwriting is a weird thing to notice, only in that you really notice if it's extremely one way or the other. Oh, there you go, he's bringing up the tall girls with big butts thing.
私は初めから太ってたけど。私だって私を選ばない人を選ぶ気なんてさらさらない。
I mean, technically, he didn't choose you. He chose nobody.
虎杖君は私が知らない私を見てくれる。
If you look at it like as factually as possible, he chose nobody and then you.
でも今の私ならもしかしたらなんて私が嫌いな人
Kind of reminds me of a certain election, actually.
じゃあな。また明日。じゃあね。またな。
I mean, it's a cute story from the perspective of he's always been this way. You know, like, he hasn't changed for any reason or for anybody. That's a good element.
本当にいいのか？せめて連絡先だけでも。
私とは交換したし、まあ大丈夫でしょ。それより伏黒、私ようやく自分の気持ちに気づいたわ。私が彼氏を作るより先に虎杖に彼女ができるのがなんかムカつく。
あ、そう。
おまた。
私の後ろを歩けよ。
え、何の話？
ほら、
おお、サンキュー。
ほら、
え、何これ？
ついでよ、ついで。
ついで。
レディーに持たせたままじゃあんたも気分悪いでしょ。
おお、やべ、映画始まっちゃうじゃん。お、行こうぜ。
あ、
ほら。
なんでこら、私の持ってくな。ミミズ男なんて絶対見ねえからな。
If you want your stuff, you better go, I guess.
水男見る前提で話進めんじゃねえ。
だからミミズ人間4だって。
But I guess that's how it is. Okay, maybe that's why I don't remember the episode. That was just the A plot.
ありえない。呪詛師ならまだしも呪霊と。
そういうレベルのが最近ゴロゴロ出てきてんだよね。本人は呪詛師とだけ通じてるつもりかもしれないけど。
Was that during the
京都側の調査を歌姫に頼みたい。
the exam where they try to kill Yuji?
こっちよ。五条から内通者の話は聞いてるわね。
はい。
多分呪詛師と通じてるのは2人以上。1人は学長以上の上層部。こっちは私じゃどうしようもない。もう1人、その上層部に情報を流してる奴がいる。
Well, the only reason I even asked if that was because I believe the papers on the walls beside them were colored during the episode due to wins and
私
losses.
たち東京側に頼むってことはそういうことでしょ。
釘崎すげえな。
内通者は
メカ丸。ああ、いた。ノートの提出今日までですよ。
Oh no. I'm remembering the sadness of... Oh, I guess it's the next episode.
少し寝る。ノートは机から勝手に取ってくれ。
寝るってまだ夕方ですよ。もう本当に寝た。メカ丸本人ってどこ？
Sorry, I'm already not liking how the chat is referring to Mekamaru in was terminology.
ムタ幸吉がいます。あの子が
Again, I already instantly remembered
誰も怪しくない。
the sadness of this episode.
メカ丸なの。
Or again, I guess the sadness of next episode. In that I think this carries over.
メカ丸の術式は傀儡操術。傀儡の操作範囲は天与呪縛の力で日本全土に及ぶ。登録してない傀儡があれば内通者としての仕事はいくらでもこなせるからね。
そう？あの人結構目立つと思うけど。
傀儡がハエや蚊のようなサイズだとしたら。
そっか。そういうのもありか。
ここよ。
But he's not actually here. He's moved locations.
やられたわね。
でも逆に。
これでメカ
I mean, but to think that he was in this room, though? If you're gonna be stuck in a room, I mean, you could have it laid out better.
忘れられたかと思ったぞ。
そんなヘマはしないさ。
Yeah, Geto and,
君が身をもって知っているだろ。
Mahito.
相変わらずカビ臭くて嫌になるね。もう敵なんだからちゃっちゃと殺しちゃおうよ。
まだダメだよ、真人。
Sorry, Alex, that's not a anime we refer to anymore around here. Not after the shit that the author/artist did.
真人の無意天変で体を治す。そういう縛りを彼と結んでいるからね。殺すのは治した後だ。彼には渋谷でも働いてほしかったけど仕方ないね。
京都校の人間には手を出さない。
So I guess he's gonna do the thing next episode.
やったのは花 身だもん。八つ当たりはやめてほしいな。
呪霊と議論する気はない。さっさと直せゲス。
勢い余って芋虫にしちゃいそう。
真人他者間との縛りは自らが自らに課す縛りとはわけが違う。その違いの一つにペナルティの不確定さがある。自分の中の縛りは破ったところで得たもの、向上した能力などを失うだけだが、今回はダメだ。縛りを破った時、私たちにいつどんな災いが降りかかるかわからない。
はいはい。感謝したよね、下水以下。無意天変。
If I was going to compare Mechamaru to anybody, it would be a robot from, sorry, I'm forgetting everyone's names. Invincible. Especially given the arc.
可愛くないな。もっとはしゃげよ。
それはことが済んだ後だろ。
それもそうだね。じゃあ始めようか。
Yeah, in fairness, there's a difference between getting into a fight and killing him after the fact. Considering you still accomplished the pact by giving him what he wanted. Because otherwise, legitimately, this is that scene from Invincible. Hell, the robots even look almost the same.
Oh. 逃げたか。まあ、あいつは俺たち殺す必要ないしね。つまんな。今は狩りじゃなくて勝負がしたいんだよね。いいんじゃない。
Oh no, please don't translate that.
引きこもりも伊達じゃないってわけだ。中にいるだろ。俺に触れられたくないもんな。操縦席、魂の座は頭部。
拡充比正常、地下スピードバック遮断。
帳が降りてる。ゲートだな。俺を閉じ込めるだけじゃない。
Yeah, I don't think I noticed that last time either. That he was trapped inside. I think I must have mentioned last time that I thought he made the area.
どんな手段でもいい。五条悟と連絡を取り、渋谷の計画を伝える。そして保護してもらう。だが帳とそれを下ろしたゲトウに集中するには、真人は危険すぎる。まずはこいつを払う。どうぞ、お気になさらず。依然劣勢だが勝算はある。すべて見てきた。俺を縛った年月、それで得た重力、出し惜しみはしない。
Man.
チャージ1年やっかれメカナルヌートラキャラ。
There's also the element that she likes gojo. Yeah, I don't know. There's like a dual element of this part of the episode is kind of like, again, that scene from Invincible that I keep referencing, but I feel like next episode makes me think of Fido. Sorry, I had to say this without spoilers because I do try to not spoil things when I think about them. The one scene with Fido from 86. If you're familiar with what I'm talking about, you've already put two and two together and realized what I'm referring to. Otherwise, maybe not so much. I don't know. But there is a sadness there to the events of next episode. They're just like, oh no, not because of the way they present them. I guess it also kind of plays a little bit to the whole untold story thing I was talking about last episode in the wrap-up, in that he's clearly done this for a reason, but at the same time, that isn't going to get known. Well, I guess technically it will be, because we already know that he has that little voice talky thing in Shibuya. So it's not so bad. It's not as bad as it first makes itself out to be. Alright, before we get into this, I'm just doing a little bit of research here, because I want to know what came out first. The manga for Jujutsu Kaisen. Huh. The manga for Jujutsu Kaisen started in 2018. I would have thought it was a lot older than that. And the Invincible comic book run started in 2003. So, conceivably, the thing that I yelled from... The thing that I said, oh, this is just a lot like Invincible, could have conceivably happened in the Invincible comic run. Then Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm not saying they copied, but I'm just saying, was heavily inspired by. Because, literally you have guy who has physical deformities stuck in a liquid tank that keeps him alive, who then has his body changed by the bad guy to allow him to be a real person so that he can then, pursue the girl that he's in love with. But previously, Guy in Tank was in control of a bunch of robot bodies, again, that look almost exactly like Mechamaru's. That once he gets his real body, he controls all the robot bodies to attack the person. Who made the transformation. And then ultimately, when those smaller bodies fail, transforms into a larger mecha to attack them still. It is like one for one what's going on here. But again, one started in 2003, and one starts in 2018. So one has 15 years on, again, being inspired by the other. Again, if you watch them back to back, they have so much more in common than they are different. It's just weird. It's weird to... I don't know. The problem here is that I'm also referring to the similarities between the anime and the animation, in that I think this anime of this came out first, and then the animation for Invincible came out afterwards. But it seems more likely that the comic book version of Invincible came out in the 15 years preceding, when Jujutsu Kaisen made its version of this. So, I don't know. This falls into the same territory of like Babylon 5 versus Deep Space Nine, or something of that nature, where they both came out so close to one another that there are debates. Like the fact that Deep Space Nine gets made first, while at the same time Deep Space Nine was also shopped the plot and layout and everything of Babylon 5. I don't know. It's just the stuff that jumps out at me. The other half of this episode, like, again, I like the fact that Yuji is essentially the same person he's always been. He is not influenced by the shit going on around him on a personal level, and I appreciate that. That's just good story stuff. Otherwise, yeah, again, it's the sadness of next episode. Implicitly the element of what goes on in the flashbacks behind Mekamaru's eyes and the friends that he's made, even though some of them think he's a mole now. You know, literally, last frame we're on here. So, yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there on this one, though. So, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?